Well, they finally made another Suicide Squad movie, which means it's time to rewatch the one from 2016.
Yeah, sure, we can do that. But first, let's thank our sponsor, Burger Lord, for this week. And, summer's here, Bill, and you know what that means, right?
What's that?
The Aloha Burger is back at Burger Lord. A 5-pound, mostly beef patty on top of pineapple, poi, and the secret royal sauce. Don't forget to put in the code Audi for 50% off of salsa cookie dough bread.
Hi, welcome to the Out of Touch podcast, where we're apparently getting sponsorships by shady back alley business deals.
It wasn't a back alley business deal, but it was shady. But shady business deals can happen in garages or, any place really out in the open.
They didn't make you get on your knees for anything, did they?
No, not this time.
What?
Welcome to the Out of Touch podcast. My name's Chris, and that's Bill, and we're watching the Suicide Squad movie today. A movie that Bill likes, and a movie that I'm trying not to talk about right now. How you doing today, Bill?
I just watched Suicide Squad for the first time in, I'm not gonna lie, a couple years.
Yeah, me too.
More than a few years.
And boy, it sure was a movie.
Yes, and I made you watch the extended cut.
Boy, it sure was a movie.
It was 15 minutes longer.
Boy, it sure was a movie.
It had another scene of Jared Leto's Joker in it.
Yeah, I don't know where to start.
You know what? Let's start at the beginning of sorts. This was the third movie in the so-called DC Extended Universe.
Indeed.
It was a movie that was hastily re-edited and with some reshoots after the disastrous release of Batman vs. Superman. I'm just calling it like it was. That's what happened. Can't change that.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, disastrous release.
Well, the reception was a disaster, and it didn't make $1 billion, which is what they wanted.
Yeah. I do wonder, I guess that movie just barely broke even, though, because, it was super expensive to make.
I wouldn't say it barely broke even.
I think it was profitable, but
it wasn't. It didn't. It's not what they wanted.
Okay.
It was because you got a Batman and you got a Superman in the title, and there's higher expectations.
And a V.
Yeah, there was a V. There was a V in there. No S, just the V. Actually, I guess there was a lot of S in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, when you expect Dark Knight numbers and you don't get that, and the reception is, this is the worst thing ever, they panic, and unfortunately it negatively affects other movies.
Right. So I guess originally this movie was more, dark.
Somber? I guess more like that first Comic-Con trailer that came out.
Right. I think I barely remember that trailer.
I mean...
Is it the one with the Joker, slow laughing at that one point?
Yeah, that. And had that I started a joke song playing through it, that weird slow song.
Right, okay.
Yeah, and then they made that one trailer that was all peppy and bright, and people really liked it, and they were like, hey, trailer people, can you edit a movie? And they were like, no. And they were like, well, do it anyway.
Yeah, and we got this movie. Harley-Quinn and all her pals are back for shenanigans.
Actually, I think this movie should be called Will Smith and Harley Quinn the movie.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, let's face it, Will Smith carried this movie.
Yeah. I don't know. What's this movie about? How are we gonna start this? Because, honestly, I'm just I just watched it and I'm just wow, this movie is so different than I remember it. Because when I originally saw it in theaters, I was well, I guess off the top, I had no interest in a Suicide Squad movie originally. Because I'm man, I don't care about Harley Quinn and Deadshot. And then it was Will Smith is in it. Okay, maybe I care a little bit now.
That's what they were banking on.
This is before they made Harley Quinn cool. I don't know, something happened with like they made the cartoon, and then I was just like, oh my god, like Harley Quinn's actually cool, because like before then, like I just didn't care about Harley Quinn. I'm like, whatever, she's a henchwoman to the Joker. People were like, she's hot, and I'm like, she's a clown girl. That's like creepy.
She's a drawing.
Yeah, and then like, but then like they made the cartoon, and then she had like the whole thing where like she keeps saying Batman fucks bats, and I'm like, that's amazing, like, and hilarious. And then they made the Birds of Prey movie, and I like that movie, even though a lot of people don't. In fact, I like that movie more than this movie. But this is the first movie with Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn and Jared Leto Joker, so let's get into it.
All right. Well, I mean, the crux of the movie is Amanda Waller is all like, we need a group of people that could take on the next Superman. So get me a clown, a guy with a gun, a guy with a boomerang, and an alligator.
Yeah. They're meant to defeat Superman. Harley Quinn's got a baseball bat. Killer Croc can bite him. Deadshot, I guess, can shoot him. Boomerang Man. Fire Guy.
Fire Guy's got a chance. He's got magic fire. I think that could work against Superman.
I guess Superman's kind of weak to magic.
And if you give Deadshot a kryptonite bullet, he's got a chance.
Yeah.
I guess Harley Quinn could try to see if she could, like, I don't know, take her top off, be like, hey, look at this, Superman. At least this version of Harley Quinn that seems to act
Superman
like that.
Superman has, like, X-ray vision, though. He's
Does
like,
she know that?
I'm looking at it all the time. Because I'm Superman.
Well, maybe the weird...
Harley Quinn's like, I have a baseball bat. That's your weakness, right?
He's like, no, that's Golden Age Green Lantern's weakness.
Oh, yeah, I guess if it's yellow, right?
No, if Golden Age Green Lantern, his power was vulnerable to wood.
What?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
It's even lamer than the color yellow.
Dude, yeah, there was a comic I read once where it was set in the present day, but it was still the Golden Age Green Lantern teaming up with Batman, and there was some guy who was murdering people partially because, and leaving the message made of wood because he saw Green Lantern get beaten down with a baseball bat by Sportsmaster, I think.
So, wood, my only weakness.
Yes.
So somebody throws a toothpick at him, and then he's just like, ah!
I mean, he wouldn't be able to block it from getting in his eye, but it's still a toothpick.
Green Lantern sucks.
Just that version.
Okay.
What? Modern Green Lantern comics are pretty good.
I guess.
You've read some of them.
I guess.
So Harley Quinn, only useful against the Alan Scott Green Lantern. Captain Boomerang can't even beat the Flash, who in this universe is hapless idiot, as we saw.
Also, I guess, is fighting crime, even though in the Justice League movie, it's like, he just started. Possibly.
I mean, we don't know how long he's been fighting crime.
11 minutes.
I mean, at least in the theatrical version, he's like, I've just pushed people and ran away. And then one of the people he pushed was Captain Boomerang.
Yeah, I guess that's true. This was the first DC movie that they were very much hey, look, we're doing the Marvel thing. Everything's connected. Here's Batman, here's Flash.
We got a Joker cameo, sort of, more extended cameo.
Felt very forced in this movie with those cameos.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I remember in the build up to this movie being just kind of intrigued and perplexed because I was like, so this is a movie. And Batman's going to be in it, but he's not a main character. He's just going to show up in it. That's weird. It was weird to me at the time.
Yeah. I also do remember, when this was coming out, I was like, okay, we had Man of Steel, we were getting Batman versus Superman, and then Suicide Squad. And it was one of those things where it was Suicide Squad? Really? And they made that animated movie, and I was like, okay, they're really trying to make Suicide Squad happen, and that animated movie is way better than this movie.
I think both animated Suicide Squad movies are probably better than this.
Yeah. So, yeah, and then we got this movie, and starts off like you said. They're making a task force to defeat Superman, who's dead. Because Batman v Superman happened already.
Yep.
But like they're making the task force and
To defeat the next Superman, who
has not appeared yet.
Nope, not yet.
And they literally gather up all these people only for one of the people they gathered up to actually be the person that they have to defeat.
Yep.
Like no previous threat or anything. It's just like they caused this problem right from the start.
Yeah.
This movie's so dumb. Like, just like the setup and everything.
I've heard that the original script was written in about 6 weeks, so, there was problems from day one.
Okay.
And then you get the post-production problems and God knows what else. And Jared Leto giving out rats and dildos or whatever he was doing.
Yeah, I guess we'll get to him. So, what do you want to do? You want to talk about each one of the kooky members of the Suicide Squad?
Yeah, we may as well, because that's pretty much the first 30 minutes is just Amanda Waller reading from a folder.
Yeah.
So, first and foremost, the main character, Will Smith. Deadshot.
Deadshot? Yeah.
Well, it's Will Smith.
It is Will Smith.
That's fine. I like Will Smith.
He's a cool dude.
I like his costume. It's Will Smith. He brings whatever he can to the role.
Yeah.
He's got some motivation. He likes his daughter, but he's also a murderer for money.
Yeah, Deadshot is an assassin. He does like a neat trick shot at the beginning of the movie to like kill some sort of like gangster that's about to, inform on everything.
Become some kind of informant, turn witness, go to witness protection probably.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like he has a daughter and he wants to be a good dad to his daughter, but like he's like, well, the only way I know how to make money is like killing people, and her mom is bad.
Apparently.
But
so we're told.
And like he's like, come live with me, even though I will be trekking the globe killing people most of the time.
Well, maybe he was intending to retire.
Maybe. He did make $2 million. Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But then his plans are thrown awry when Amanda Waller tipped off Batman.
Yeah. And Batman shows up and Deadshot and Batman are about to fight, but his daughter stops him, and then Deadshot's in jail now. Man, this movie is so boring. Like, I'm like getting bored talking about it. It's like, yeah, Will Smith is Deadshot. And it's a shame that he doesn't really get to do all that much, really.
No wonder why he didn't want to come back for more.
Yeah. Harley-Quinn Margot Robbie is Harley Quinn. I almost said Harley Quinn is Margot Robbie. And I'm like, that's not right.
It's close, isn't it?
Yeah.
She is one of the bright spots of the movie as well. I think she's done a pretty good job playing this character, and she's the only one that's come back multiple times at this point.
Yeah, this is like the first time we see her as Harley Quinn, and like besides for like her, maybe having a little too many tattoos.
Yeah.
They went a little like overboard with this like design aesthetic with Harley and
the Joker.
Yeah. Joker more. Oof. We'll get to him, but she's like a more, I don't know. She's like really psychotic and crazy. You're not really too sure like what the hell is her deal. I guess like one thing is kind of weird about this version. It's like she's sort of at the like stage where she's like kind of like still super in love with the Joker, but it's weird and different because like we've got this weird Miami Vice Joker that is so bizarre.
Yeah, he's a gangster.
Yeah.
It's weird because at least in the version that they put out, Joker seems to actually like her, whereas I think in the original version it was the more traditional, very abusive relationship.
I don't know. Like Margot Robbie does a good job as Harley Quinn, but I think she does a better job in like other movies just because Birds of Prey, she got to do a lot more. But she has her moments in this movie that are fun.
Yeah.
nothing is really standing out to me just because like this movie I watch and instantly forget everything because I'm like, there's no way that they made this and had all this like stupid pop music all the time in the movie.
But Guardians of the Galaxy was a thing, and it made money.
Yeah, I know.
So we must copy it. And when that doesn't work, we just get the guy that directed it.
Seriously, that's what's happening, huh?
Pretty much. So there is going to be music, but since James Gunn did a really good job of woven it into the Guardians movies, it's probably going to work just fine.
Yeah, I mean, they play a freaking like Eminem song, like
that's the most out of place one.
Yeah,
it really is. I don't know why, and it's not even a song I dislike.
Yeah, I mean, like I like that song too. I remember listening to it like all the time in like sixth grade or whatever.
I think it's just one of those things where it was too many in a row too soon. The first 30 minutes is just needle drop, 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 and your head starts to spin after a while.
It is weird too because the Eminem song they play, just to go off on a tangent too, it's like that one of the songs from like when he was like an early rapper, and it's like I guess like maybe a lot of people forget, but like he had a lot of like jokey sounding raps at the beginning before he got a little more like serious. And I remember the music video for the rap song they play where like he's like dressed up as like Robin climbing up a building and everything.
Yeah.
So weird, that song in this movie. Yeah. And then there's the rest.
Yeah, we got Jai Courtney giving the best performance of his career as Captain Boomerang.
Yeah, although I'm not really thinking it was as good as I originally thought it was.
I like it as fine as much as I did. He's just a drunk asshole.
Yeah. He's got like a weird unicorn in his
that's a weird thing. I could go without that.
Just to make him a little more quirky, I guess.
Yeah.
He's gonna throw a boomerang at Superman. That's what Amanda Waller wanted him to do.
He's there to distract Superman long enough for Deadshot to shoot him with the kryptonite bullet.
I guess that's true.
Think about this scenario. You're Superman. You're like, I'm Superman. And Captain Boomerang's like, "Oi, Superman, catch!" And then Superman watches as the boomerang twirls at his face and then twirls back, hits Boomer in the nuts. Boomer falls down, and then Deadshot shoots Superman in the brain.
Or Captain Boomerang goes, "Oi, Superman, watch this," and Superman just goes, "Are you for real?" Super speeds, pushes him as his body goes flying, and then like his like skull is in Superman's hand because it like went out of his body, and then Deadshot is just like, "I'm gonna shoot you with a kryptonite bullet," and then Superman sees through the gun and this is like, "Not today, bitch," and then like uppercuts him and does like the whole like Toasty from Mortal Kombat thing. These guys are meant to defeat Superman.
I mean, we got Killer Croc. He doesn't do anything in the movie, but we got Killer Croc.
He looks good. The few lines he has are kind of funny. And also unclear if he's like a straight up monster or like just a man. I guess he's a monster because he eats a raw goat.
That doesn't make him a monster. It just makes him gross.
I guess, yeah, it makes him hungry.
I mean, but at the end of the movie, he's eating a burger.
Yeah.
They were treating him that way. He would have been like, can I get some, can you cook this?
He wants a TV with BET for some reason.
Yeah, it's weird.
That is weird. It's like a weird channel to request.
Like just that channel, or has he got cable? Like what's going on there?
Yeah.
We got the fire guy, El Diablo, who's like one of the only ones with a character arc.
Yeah. More interesting, I guess, than I thought his whole thing was. And
apparently he was originally supposed to survive at the end.
Okay.
And you can even see like footage from him, like I guess from the denouement, with he's like in the cell looking at a picture of his family, like content.
Yeah.
But they're like, blow him up.
Yeah, he turned into like his final form, so he can't survive.
He used up all his firepower, so therefore an explosion can kill him.
Yeah.
We got Rick Flag.
Yeah, Rick Flag.
The token normal guy.
Yeah, he's a soldier, and I guess like part of Amanda Waller's circuitous scheme.
He's just another pawn in her chessboard.
Yeah, which I mean, Amanda Waller, not as smart as I would like her to be. She's just kind of like brutal.
Yeah. Though, very well cast.
Yeah, totally. I mean, hopefully in the next movie they're like make Amanda Waller smarter.
Like, they
And
got the ruthlessness down, but
yeah,
they got to get the intelligence right.
yeah. I guess like the only scene that was like kind of like weird in this movie is like there's like a part where they rescue Amanda Waller from eyeball zombie men because that's what type of movie this is, and then Amanda Waller like decides to like shoot all the people that she was working with for some reason.
They saw stuff they weren't supposed to see.
Like what? The eyeball people attacking the city? Everybody saw that shit. Makes no sense. It's just like, just by the way, I'm a dick. Bang, bang.
It's just so you know that the real villain is Amanda Waller,
Yeah,
I guess.
whatever.
Katana's there.
Yeah, she sure is just there.
Yep. Which is too bad. She looks cool. We know that the actress that plays her can be good and stuff because she's in The
Yep.
Boys.
Yeah, yeah. I was just thinking, I was like, man, she looks so familiar. And then it's just like, oh yeah, she's the girl from The Boys. I can't remember her name.
Isn't she like just called?
I know in the comics she's just like the girl
Yeah.
or something, but she has a name.
Yeah, I just don't
The
remember
Boys.
it. I haven't watched The Boys since last year.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the main team.
Then Joker
Oh my
is in
god.
the movie.
Yeah, he's in it all right.
And do you like Miami Vice and like weird tattoos and a super bizarre performance be from an artist?
Oh my god. The most over-designed of all the Jokers by far.
I hate this Joker.
He might be he's the worst one. Back when this movie first came out, I was relatively indifferent towards this version of the Joker, except for the design, which I was never a fan of, especially the damage tattoo, which
Yeah.
is one tattoo too many.
And the mouth on his hand.
Oh, that's so stupid.
And
I can let the grill slide because it's like, Batman would have punched his teeth out like 100 times. I'm fine with that, kind of,
yeah.
maybe. But I would say this, I was indifferent towards him because I haven't seen enough of him to really judge him. Well, Zack Snyder fixed that for me. Thanks, Zack. Now I hate this Joker so much.
I don't know, like
Oh,
if I hate, but
I
like
mean, hate is such a strong word, but I don't like
I
it.
intensely dislike it.
It's so bad. It's not as bad as it was in the new version of Justice League, but it's still not good.
Yeah, I hate to take this term because I think people use it a little too often, but like I seriously cringe every time he's on screen. I'm like, go away. You're like so weird and off-putting, and it's just like you're like crazy and psychotic, and I guess maybe funny, but not really. Just like really awkward.
It's
And his stuff with Harley Quinn is like really weird and disturbing, and it's kind of
it's like weird in the wrong ways.
yeah.
It's not helped by some of the way that those scenes are edited.
Yeah, I mean, like, I hate to see more with him, but, like, maybe they should have fleshed out that whole thing with, like, Harley Quinn, because it's just, like, Harley Quinn, she was a psychologist. She fell in love with the Joker. The scenes of that happening are just her talking to him, and then her, like, doing whatever it takes to prove to him how much she loves him by, like, letting him electrocute her.
Why want to see the story of mad love adapted to film? Why would we want to
Yeah.
see that tragic tale of Harley Quinn's backstory? Why would we ever want to see that?
Or that new Joker comic that came out, like, maybe last year or earlier this year. You know, the one I'm talking about, right? The one, I can't remember the...
I don't remember the title, but I think I know what you're talking about, but I didn't read it.
It's made by that guy that made that comic. I'm not going to say what comic it was because I'm like, wait, I might be thinking of something else, but it is like a comic that I think is like an adult comic, but I'm not sure now.
It might be one of the Black Label books.
Yeah, but That was good. I read that one. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, he's just, oh boy.
Yeah.
Like they let him. It feels like they let him do whatever he wanted, and then they were like, "Shit, we need to edit a movie. None of this stuff can be used. How much can we use?
That's
4 minutes. Okay, we got 4 minutes of usable footage of this guy."
that's probably exactly what happened, where like they just like, I mean, like, you know, Warner Brothers meddles with their movies constantly, but like I can imagine.
No more than any other studio.
True.
That's an internet exaggeration.
Yeah.
They all do it. It's not just the one.
Yeah, but I guess like, you know, the people in charge like saw all this stuff and were just like, wow, okay.
I'm still wondering how they looked at that design and said, "Sure."
Yeah, that too. You think they would have seen like dailies and just been like,
I would have saw the concept art and be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Why is he not wearing shoes? What's with the tattoos? The fuck is going on here?
yeah.
Put a shirt on you.
I mean, like some aspects maybe it could be like toned down, but like it's really weird. This version of the Joker, he is like,
He has no eyebrows.
yeah, and he has like henchmen, and he's like a weird like, I'm at a club hanging out with another gangster because I'm the Joker. And that's what the Joker does in this universe is I hang out in public.
And even though I killed Robin, Batman still hasn't got me for it. I'm alive.
Yeah, which is weird because like Batman murders people in this universe.
Exactly. How is he even alive?
Yeah, come on. Assistant living Batman murdered Joker, so you
Dropped
know.
him off a building. Well, that was more of an accident, but still.
Accident.
We don't know what he was thinking in that moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Ben Affleck Batman, murder crazy in the movie before this. Joker, just kind of chilling. Be like, yeah, I killed Robin. I'm alive.
Yeah. It's like Batman's like, I'll murder everybody but my villains because they're sick.
So I guess we should get to the plot
Yeah, I mean like
where
Enchantress.
And her giant hulking CGI gray man monster brother make a sky beam.
Yeah, I guess we should also say like Amanda Waller constructed a scheme where some lady that was an archaeologist found the Enchantress, and then she like told Ric Flair to like
Ric Flair?
what's his name? Rick Flag. Oh,
He is not a geriatric retired wrestler.
maybe the movie would have been better.
It would have been way more interesting.
Said Ric Flair doing what he does.
Styling, profiling.
Yeah.
Oh man, then you have to put someone in the figure 4 leg lock.
Would have been more interesting. Well, anyway, Rick Flag.
Start doing the karate chop to Will Smith's chest.
Yeah. Rick Flag goes to do a mission and falls in love with the lady that's possessed by the Enchantress because it's all part of Amanda Waller's circuitous scheme. And
She was just like, I'm counting on this single guy and this attractive young lady to bump uglies.
yeah, and that way he can like help me control this like super powerful witch god
Yeah.
who has like unlimited powers to like instantly transport to like anywhere in the world. Apparently she like is just like, hey, here are like Iran's like plans for world domination, I guess. But yeah, and then she revives her brother. Oh, Amanda Waller has her like heart that like apparently can like control her, but like it really just makes her have a little bit of pain when Amanda stabs it, but like it doesn't really do anything.
Well, I think the idea is if she can, as we see later in the movie, you destroy it, she'll die.
Right.
So it's a bargaining chip.
Yeah.
And, stabbing it, causing the pain, it's just like, bitch, I got your heart. You'll die.
Yeah, but you know what I don't get?
What?
Okay. So, whatever. Enchantress, right? She escapes kind of because Rick Flag lets her. She gets her brother back because Amanda Waller has the artifact with the brother.
Right.
Revives her brother. Her brother turns into like crazy monster man. They make their skybeam thing to we don't know what open a portal to hell.
I think it's just a weapon to destroy the world, though. In a different version of this, before they started filming, it was supposed to be a boom tube.
Okay.
And she was opening a portal, letting Steppenwolf in, and she was turning the people not into weird eyeball muck monsters, but parademons.
Huh. Yeah, I wonder why they thought this was better. Anyway. You know what? No, they went with the right call. Eyeball people for the win. Anyway, so this is all happening. They know Enchantress is doing this. Amanda Waller has the lady's heart. At any time, could be like, I can't control this bitch. Crack. But never does that.
No. Amanda Waller, the most ruthless woman in the DC universe.
Yet she was willing to, like, kill that one guy, Slipknot, because he, like, shot a rope and was trying to escape. But is she, like, that dumb where she's just like, no, you see, I can still control Enchantress. Like, right now, she's just, like, doing a thing, but once, like, Rick Flag gets there and we stop her, then, you know, she'll be my weapon again. But she could have killed her the whole time.
Yes.
Like, innocent people didn't have to die.
Nope, they did not. Well, you see, there's a reason why that happened like that.
Why?
Because the movie had to happen.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah,
She has the heart the whole fucking time until she gets captured. She even has it in the helicopter when she's escaping. The helicopter that shoots a bunch of flares out to signal to the Enchantress, hey man, look where I am. I'm in the helicopter. Helicopter crashes. The case is right there. She still doesn't kill the Enchantress.
Nope.
This movie sucks so much.
Well, you see, Chris, there were script problems from day one.
Clearly.
And people think that a slightly different edit of this movie could fix all those problems of it.
Yep. But now you say something about the movie.
Well, it's got Will Smith in it.
Yeah. He should have done a rap for this movie. Then maybe I could have forgiven everything about this movie if there was some sort of Suicide Squad rap at the end.
I mean, there is. It's just not done by Will Smith.
Is there?
I think so.
Oh. Well, it should have been done by Will Smith.
He doesn't do that anymore. It's not the 90s.
I know. It's not the 90s. But, you know, you could have done it just this once. Just to save this awful, awful movie. Because, like, you could be like, I can forgive all this dumbass shit because there's a new rap by Will Smith. I don't know.
You went on the best tirade I've ever seen.
So fucking dumb.
Yeah, this it's a flawed movie. It is. If I had to put the current connected DC movies on a list, this would probably be kind of low.
Yeah.
I don't know which one would be at the bottom. I guess maybe the theatrical cut of Justice League. I'm not sure. Maybe Batman versus Superman just for sheer levels of disappointment. But that's a personal gripe.
This is bottom of the list for me. Like, I haven't even come close to wanting to own this movie. And, you know. And apparently, you know, I'm alone in this. There are a lot of people that like this movie for some reason. And it's one of those few times that I'm like, I don't get it. Like, it's so dumb. Yet, I know people hate the Harley-Quinn movie, and I was like, I like that movie way more than I like this movie.
Well, you see, Chris, the people that hate the Harley Quinn movie are either Cassandra Cain fans, which I totally understand and sympathize with, because they completely ruined that character.
Yeah.
Like, just there's so that could have been anything. She could have been called, I don't know, any other name.
True.
She could have been that character Sin, who's associated with the Birds of Prey. Boom, there. I fixed Birds of Prey for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And you know, some people just, I don't know. Like, I don't mind this movie. I mean, I'm often softer towards movies than most.
Yeah.
I mean, it was at a weird time. This was the first time that actually felt like we actually had a DC cinematic universe.
Yeah.
Before, I mean, it was already falling apart at this point. Justice League kind of cemented it, though.
Yeah, it definitely did.
The House of Cards was already collapsing.
I mean, when I initially saw this movie, I was like, it's okay, I guess. But on rewatch, just seeing the like biggest flaw in the movie, I'm like,
I know it doesn't help that both of us, I think, were exposed to the Justice League Unlimited version of Amanda Waller first.
yeah.
And that version of Amanda Waller is much more competent.
Yeah. I mean, hell, I'd even say like the version on Arrow was more competent.
Yeah, I can see that.
So, but yeah, I hope like just because like
Though she got shot in the head.
that's true. I guess like that negates every competence if you get shot in the head.
Yeah. Though I guess you take the fact that the reason why she got shot in the head is because this movie exists.
Yeah, it's so weird too because like all the actors that play the Suicide Squad members are actually pretty good. And you know, hopefully in the next one they have better material and.
I mean, only 3 of them are back, but still.
Yeah, I guess that's true, huh?
Because
Katana's not gonna be in it.
no Katana, no Will Smith,
Yeah.
no Croc. Fire Guy's dead.
Right.
We'll hopefully never see Jared Leto Joker again, even though we ended up seeing him again somehow.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. God, that scene is awful.
We're in a society, or that's only in the preview.
Yeah, but you know what's in the movie? The reach around line.
Yep. And then Batman says, "I will fucking kill you."
Ooh, edgy.
It's so edgy.
Was that movie written by a 13-year-old?
I told you, it's a 13-year-old in a Zack Snyder crank suit.
At least that scene was written by a 13-year-old.
But yeah, the Suicide Squad. The movie ends because they defeat the bad guy with a bomb. They shoot a bomb into the blue laser, and that stops the blue laser.
It's supposed to be a machine? She says it was a machine.
She does?
Yeah.
Well, clearly.
Whatever that was, it was blown up.
Okay. She's making a machine.
That's what she said.
We don't know what it does.
It shoots a laser from the sky. That's what it does.
Into space.
It shoots a laser into space,
Also,
which then comes down and mows the lawn.
Also, there's like a brief moment in the movie where when Amanda Waller gets captured, we see that Enchantress like hooks up like a little tentacle to her head to like extract secrets in order to like blow up military like facilities and satellites.
Yes.
Because
why not?
yeah, there's the one general that's like, that was our best satellite.
And also, Joker attacks a Wayne Corp facility, and Batman doesn't do anything about it.
Yeah, also Joker for some reason knows that Harley Quinn got like a bomb injected into her neck. Oh, well, I guess he has that one like guy in the prison that like was torturing Harley Quinn but also working for the Joker.
Well, he was torturing Harley Quinn, and then they found him and then made him work for the Joker.
Right, and I guess he told the Joker that, hey, she has like a bomb in her neck.
It's like they're doing all these things. It's like, oh, thanks for that. I mean, did that scene happen in that order? I don't even remember.
I don't know. You remember the scene where Joker's lying in the middle of his like room with a bunch of knives around him?
That must have took a long time for some prop people to set up.
Like, and then he collapses on the floor and just starts laughing after he talks to like one of his goons.
Also, he like drew an outline over his mouth for some reason.
Art. I don't get it.
You can keep that.
Don't throw stuff at me. Oh my god.
But Suicide Squad. I think it's okay. He clearly hates it. The truth is somewhere in the middle, I think.
Yeah. I don't like it.
Yeah. It's fine. It's a movie.
Yep.
You can dislike a movie. That was uncalled for.
That was uncalled for.
All right. Okay. Calm down.
I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah.
You see, shit like that is why you're not getting that Megatron back.
We're not fucking doing continuity.
We're doing running jokes and you're gonna fucking like it.
This will not be a rich tapestry of history that people will look back on and know where different plot lines end and begin.